Put your comments and ask any questions you have down below. So this is our mindset call that we have, and we always want to bring you some great information working on the mindset, right? Because it's more than just what we eat, how often we work out, but we really have to work on the mind. In today's talk, we're going to be going into that. So I'm going to talk about the whole you wellness. So the mind, the body, and spirit in sync. So as you can see, today I want to dive into just now what's been on, like, if you guys are on social media at all, or TikToks or Instagrams or whatever, there's a lot of stuff that's trending on social media right now. And sometimes we're seeing this big rise on this trend because women are really done with the burnout. They're done with the crash diets and all the diet culture out there, the hustle culture of you have to go, 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 the chasing a goal, like a goal weight, like it's a trophy. Like if I'm not this, I have to get to be this weight and this is what I need to be, right? We're done with that. Women are starting to get done with that. And that's what the trend that you're starting to see on social media is right now, right? So we're stepping into a better mindset, and that's called that holistic wellness. And you hear a lot of talk about holistic wellness and holistic different things. And what it means basically that we're just taking care of the whole woman, not just our body. All right. So what is holistic wellness? And that's, again, like I just said, your body, your mind, and your spirit, because they're all part of your health. So you can't change your body if your mind is at war with it, right? And you can't build sustainable habits if your thoughts are toxic to yourself. If you're saying toxic thoughts, how are you going to be able to change anything? And social media is kind of catching on because you'll see a lot of different hashtags that say, hashtag healing, not hustling. That's what's growing because women are saying, I want to feel better. I don't want to just look different. It's not always about that outer appearance of being skinny or being, a certain number on the scale. We want to feel good. We want to be healthy and strong, and we want to be able to live life, and we want to be able to, if we fall, we can get back up. A lot of times as we start aging, we start losing our proprioception and balance and things that came very easily to us before. Now all of a sudden we're like, oh my gosh, I didn't realize, either how out of shape I was or how my body has been changing over the years, and I need to do something. So a lot of things what you see out there, it's all about weight loss and getting skinny and dropping weight and this and that. It really needs to be about health, all right, and about being stronger and better. And you're seeing a lot of reels with morning routines that start with, either prayer or being out in the sun or protein and peace. And it's not about the punishment or panic anymore. So we're starting to see that shift where we're realizing where we need to move forward and how we need to help ourselves and balance ourselves. And there's also the trends of the hashtag of eat to feel good or rest is productive. Those are all gaining ground right now. And that's great because we know sleep is important. There's so much to sleep, ladies, especially those of us that are going into menopause or have been in menopause for a lot of years. That restorative sleep is humongous for a lot of different reasons, right? And then we want to eat to feel good. We don't want to just eat to be skinny. So carbs, you can have carbs. It's such a misconception that you can't have carbohydrates. You can. They taste good. They're good. They have a purpose. They give you energy. They fuel you. Vegetables are carbs. Fruits are carbs. Are you going to cut all that out of your life? Absolutely not. And nobody should ever recommend that because we need the nutrients from all these different sources. When we talk about the carbs that are not good for your body, we're talking about the processed carbs, the sugary sweets, the treats, all of those things that the food industry really gets you addicted to. And that's what they do. They put stuff in there that makes you addicted to it. So it's not necessarily your fault all the time for consuming these foods or wanting them or craving them, because it is being marketed that way to you and it's being created that way for you. And then we have food addictions and different things like that. It is a drug. Sugar is a drug, and we need to realize that. And then we need to take the measures in our own hands and try to heal that part of ourselves and cut that back. We teach lots of different methods in this group with the carbs and eating it around your workouts, eating it earlier in the morning time and lessening it at night. And that is the best way to do it. All right. So part 2 of this is that mind, body, spirit connection. So I'm going to break it down for you. Okay. So the body. So I'm just asking you a lot of questions. I want to ask you, are you nourishing it or are you punishing it? All right. So think about that. And then are your workouts that you're doing, are they building you up, and strengthening you, or are they wearing you down? Are you doing such extensive and so much exercise that it's actually harmful to you, that you're just spending hours and hours on a cardio machine or on a treadmill thinking that that's what you need to do? Or are you building it up and doing strength work and strength training like we have in our Power Fitness studio and our live workouts? Those, 3 times a week, ladies, at least, to just build that strength and bone density and to be able to keep your bones strong and keep you strong. So are you building it or are you wearing it down? And then did you eat today because you love yourself or because you're trying to undo the weekend or the holiday that we just had? Are you punishing today because you ate too much yesterday for the holiday, so today you're not going to eat anything? Gotta stop it. Okay. So a tip would be to start your day with protein and movement. In our 14-day challenge that we're doing right now, we are teaching women how to get that 25 to 30 grams of protein in the breakfast. And now we have moved into our next phase of getting in at lunch too. So it's not for fat loss that we're doing this. We're doing the higher protein and movement earlier in the morning for clarity, for energy, and for longevity. The more muscle you have, the longer and the healthier you're going to live. And you're going to age more gracefully because we want to build that muscle. Okay. Then the mind. So the mind, what's the story you're telling yourself? Okay. Is your self-talk empowering you or is it exhausting you? Are you giving yourself encouragement and you're giving yourself the movement towards a goal or towards something good, or are you just exhausting yourself and beating yourself up? And you have to do this, you're not going to do this, or why did you do that? Now you failed, you might as well just throw in the towel and forget it. And that's the third question there. It's like, are you still stuck in it all or nothing again? Most of us, majority of people, if you have dieted ever in your life, and I think we start dieting or even the concept of dieting in our teens, and we continue out through our whole life. And so when you get to be in your 50s, I'm 55, and you get into your 50s, you've probably tried about almost every diet in there. You always revert back to that. And then I have to follow this 100% or it's not gonna work. This is what I need to do. I gotta do it all. And you're just setting yourself up for failure, because you can't put that much pressure on yourself. And that's not fun. And that's not life. That's not sustainable. And that's not going to get you to your goals. What truly will get you to where you want to be, 1, is consistency. 2, I always say that KISS, keep it silly simple. It's the simple things, right? And it's the longevity of what you're doing. It is the sustainable plan that you have in place for you. What can you do consistently? What can you do that's going to keep you satisfied in your eating habits? What can you do to get you to be more consistent? It has to be doing things that you enjoy doing, that you're going to be able to keep doing, that's not too hard or not too whatever, and give yourself grace, because nobody is perfect. We don't live in a perfect world. We live in a fallen world. So we don't do things perfectly. Nobody does. Why would you think that you could and that you would? Even if you think it's for a 6-week period, good luck, right? Because if you struggle with anything or with food addiction, or you've come from the dieting lifestyle, like that is super hard to do. You're not going to all of a sudden one day just wake up and be perfect for 6 weeks and achieve all your dreams and goals. It's not going to happen. Sorry to tell you, but it's not going to happen. If any program promises to you that, they're wrong. And they're setting you up for failure and disappointment and going to keep you in that dieting cycle and yo-yo of just the dieting yo-yo. We don't want you there. We want you to embrace the journey. We want you to enjoy the journey. We want you to learn through the journey what foods are good for you, what foods may react differently to you, because we're all unique, right? How many carbs I can eat is going to be different than you. How much muscle I have is going to be different than you. Obviously, I'm 6 feet tall. Lisa's 5'4", I think. I'm giving her some height, 5'2", 5'4", right? We're different body structures, ladies, right? So we're not going to need the same things, but the concepts are the same. So when we teach you about protein, and when we teach you about cycling your carbs, when we teach you about strength and bone density and all of those things, those are standards. Like, that is for everybody, but how much, how often, when, what, how your body's going to react and change is uniquely up to you. There's a lot of factors that play into this, as many of you know. Hormones, genetics, medications that you're on, genetic dispositions, any diseases that you may have, people that have thyroid issues or high blood pressure issues, congestive heart failures, or you have cancer, or you have these different things that just compound a bunch on your system, your immune system. How healthy are you? How healthy is your gut? You know, are you taking good supplementation? Are you taking a good multivitamin? Are you taking probiotics? Are you doing what you can to build that foundation inside, right? And we really want to we really don't want you to get stuck in that all or none, because we want you to enjoy this. And you don't have to be perfect. You know, when you look at transformations online, and you see women that may have been 300 pounds or whatever, and then you see them 6 months to a year later and where they are now, and now they're influencers and they're that. They didn't do it overnight. It may have been a year. Okay? It's that slow, consistent, small, doable changes that are going to change you. Is it going to be difficult? Yeah, I'm not saying it's easy, because if it doesn't challenge you, it's not going to change you. So there's going to be some sacrifice in there. There's going to be some battling with yourself. It's going to be this. You're going to be battling with your own mind. Remember, what's the story you're telling yourself? Okay? So a tip for you is to write out one belief that you guys are going to let go of this week. So an example would be, I have to be perfect to be consistent, right? You're going to let go of that belief. That's not one I want you to have, because you don't have to be perfect to be consistent. You think of what's going to work for you. So we did body, mind, and now spirit. So the spirit, are you connected to your purpose? What is your purpose in life? What is it that you want out of life? What are you meant to do here? You know, and then do you pause and reflect? Or are you just reacting to things? You know, take the time to just sit and think about what you want and how that's going to look for you, and what's your purpose in life, and what's the meaning of life, and embrace and enjoy the things around you and where you are in the present moment. So that can look like beginning your day with 5 minutes of just stillness. It can be your prayer time. It can be journaling. It can be gratitude. Whatever reconnects you with you. Okay, spend time and sit there and just reconnect. 5 minutes. You can give yourself 5 minutes a day. The third part, what's trending and what we can learn from it. So like I was talking about, like what's on social media and stuff right now and how it speaks to us. So what you're going to be seeing now is a lot of like functional wellness drinks. Like everybody's sipping or talk about, and we do it too, magnesium and electrolytes and adaptogens. And why? Why is everybody talking about this now? You know why? Because we're all stressed out, right? We're all stressed out to the max with our jobs, our work, our family, our responsibilities and everything. And we're seeking support. Our body needs support. Our mind needs support. Our spirit needs support. Okay, that's why you're seeing all these things, because we need help, and they do help. The balanced meals you're seeing, more balanced meals with restrictive plans, that's the new trend. Like, how can I nourish myself to feel better and not just lose weight? And Lisa and I teach that, because that's what, you know, when you restrict, it becomes a diet and not a lifestyle. And we want you to learn a new way of eating, like I stated, that's sustainable. And then you're hearing more about the sleep and nervous system, like regulation, like regulating that. That's super trendy too right now, because we're waking up to the fact that rest is like the revolution, right? Your adrenals, your cortisol levels. You're hearing all of this from everywhere, and we need to learn how peaceful, sustainable routines build strength that lasts. We need to have sleep routines. We need to get some rest. We need to prioritize stress reduction and those things. Stress and sleep, you get those two things down and you do them well, a lot of other things will fall into place too. Okay? So I want you guys to just think of a few questions, like what parts of you has been on the back burner? Is it your mind? Is it your body? Or is it your spirit? So write down which part you think's been on the back burner. And then what belief about wellness do you need to rewrite this next season? Okay, as summer's coming. Like we talked about before, the all or nothing, or I have to be perfect to be consistent. You know, what is it? What belief do you have or thought pattern that you have that you need to change? And then the third question is like, if wellness looked like wholeness, that would change, what would change in your daily routine? So if we looked at wellness, however you view that, into wholeness of the mind, body, and spirit, what would change in what you do every day? And jot that down. And use these questions as your morning 5 minutes, right? And spend time with yourself and think about it. And so what I want to challenge you with this week, so this is the challenge, I want to challenge you to create your holistic 3. I want you to write down one thing that you are going to do for your body. Okay, so examples of that would be strength train, hydrate, or eat 30 grams of protein at lunch. Okay, keep it simple. What's the one thing that you're going to do this week for your mind? Is it going to be affirmations? Is it going to be rewrite your negative self-talk? Doing your 5 minute of gratitude and journaling or prayer in the morning? What is it going to be for your mind? And the third one, your spirit. Your spirit would be, so your mind would be affirmations, and rewrite your negative self-talk, right? Rewiring your mind. The third one is the spirit. So that is doing your 5 minutes. It is your praying time, your gratitude list, you know, a Bible verse of the day. What are you going to do spiritually to renew yourself? And that can be just sitting in nature and just being thankful for the time that you have. I want you to write those out. I want you to post them in the group. I want you to start sharing some of this stuff, because when you put it out there and you share it, it becomes reality. It really does. There really is something powerful in the accountability of a group and posting and sharing and being vulnerable. This is a private women's group, so only we're going to see it. And then we can encourage you and we can build you up and we can help push you to achieve the 3 things that you stated. But I want you to stick it on a mirror, stick it on your fridge, put it somewhere on your phone screen, wherever it is, so it can guide you throughout the day and it can remind you of the 3 things that you're going to do, 1 for your body, 1 for your mind, and 1 for your spirit. All right? Because remember, and my closing reminder to you today is that you're not just a body to be shaped. You're a whole woman to be strengthened. So stop trying to shrink yourselves and start strengthening ourselves. And that's every part of ourselves. Your mind, your body, and your spirit. Because that's real and true transformation. And that's what we're about. All right, I hope this call blessed you today. Go back and rewatch it. I want to see your posts and what you're going to do for yourself today. Get out of that all or nothing. Ladies, keep it simple. Just do something simple today for you. And just keep doing it. Do something fun. And keep doing it. Go for a walk and keep doing it. And in 6 months from now, or a year from now, you'll be amazed at the transformation that you can make. It doesn't have to be difficult. You just need to do it consistently. And that's it. All right. Have a blessed day, and I will see you in the next one.